Hey YouTubers, Steven here. Another cooking video with Steven. This is an all-time family favorite. I always loved it as a boy just because everything was mixed together. And yes, as you can see in the subject line, shepherd's pie. There's all kinds of recipes out there. Some people call it cottage pie. It's good home style comfort food, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's great on a cold winter's night, but it's not winter here yet, and I hope it doesn't come. But we all know that's inevitable. But it's just about lunchtime. Everyone's off school, work. I'm off today, so I figured, you know what? I'm gonna cook supper tonight. Let me show you how easy it is to do. Okay, so if you've never diced onions before, made them really small, what we're going to do is we're going to peel them. I've already cut the ends off. Just make a little notch in there, just so we can peel the rest of the skin off. These small onions, it's easier said than done. Okay, there we go. We've got our onion all peeled. Basically set it down. Alright, cut it straight down through the center, so you have two halves, like so. Now if you look on the onion, if I can get this in the camera view, you'll see the lines, lots of lines, okay? That's our starting point, so we just want to make a little slice. Now I'm not a professional chef. Actually, maybe I should turn this way so you can see maybe a little better. I'm not a professional chef, so I don't need any commentary on how poorly I do this, but the result is the same. It comes out nice. And just hold your fingers in so the onion stays together. And just make little slices all the way along. And keep an eye on your knife. You don't need to cut any fingers off. You will need them one of these days. Then turn it. Okay, all of our cuts are going this way. Now, you just want to make little cuts all the way down the onion. And then you'll have finely diced onions. Now, once you get to about the last quarter, move your onions out and just flip this end down. It'll be so much easier to cut. And there you go. There's your finely diced onions. Alrighty, as you can see, I've already got our mashed potatoes boiling. There is about 3.5 pounds of potatoes in here. I never understood in recipes, 4 large potatoes or 3 medium-sized potatoes. Like, potatoes don't come in a particular size. I guess that's my point that I'm getting to. So it's about 3.5 pounds of potatoes here. We love our potatoes. I've got 2 pounds of ground beef, and the reason why I had this in a bowl is sometimes we buy hamburger in bulk. It comes in a big bag. It's usually about, I don't know, 4 kilograms. So we're gonna get browning our meat here. So we're gonna turn our stove on, get the meat all spread out. Now what I've got here, okay, I've got 2 small onions diced up and 4 cloves of garlic, minced very finely. So we're just going to add this into our meat mixture here. I know some people put a little oil in their pan and they start to cook these right away. Personally, I prefer to put everything right in with the meat. That way, all the flavors, when the onion and the garlic cook, it all gets into the meat nice and tasty. Alright, so we'll get this started and we'll come back. We're slowly getting there. Meat's starting to get brown. Key thing to remember, is every time you stir up the meat to break up the little chunks. You know, this will also help make your meat cook faster, but you want it to be as broken up as possible. I don't know if there's an actual term, but just keep looking for some big chunks and break them up as we go along. Oh my, does this ever smell good. Alright, we'll be back. Alright. Okay, potatoes are ready. We're going to turn that off. Now, our meat is all cooked. Alright, and there's a nice base of grease in there. Alright, so what we're going to do next, I'm not going to strain off the gravy, or the fat. What I've got here is 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in 3/4 of a cup of water. And we're just going to pour this all right in. We're going to make a gravy for the base, so we're just going to slowly mix this all in. And we're going to keep our heat probably about down to a medium, because we want some of the liquid to boil off, and we want to just make a nice gravy to go with the ground beef. I mean, we're not looking for, you know, lots of gravy like you would put on a roast or a turkey or anything like that. So we're just going to let this simmer down a little bit. And let's get making our mashed potatoes for this. Alright, so we got our potatoes, and if you're looking for a great way to make mashed potatoes because your kids won't eat them, follow this. Okay, we're just going to take a couple of good dollops of margarine. Alright, and we're going to add some milk. And we're going to beat the crap out of our potatoes. Now the consistency is pretty good. I'm just going to add a little bit more milk to it. And that's the key. More milk, not as much butter. There we go. Nice, light, fluffy mashed potatoes. And my kids, when they were growing up, they would always say, "Can Dad make the potatoes?" Because Dad always made sure they were nice and light and fluffy. Alright folks, we're almost ready to put this all together. Stay tuned. Alrighty, now, this is a 3-quart pan. I know a lot of recipes call for 2-quart. This is a 3-quart. 3 teenagers, plus me and my wife, and I love to eat. So, we make everything a little bit bigger. Get all that out of there. And we're just going to spread this out on the bottom. Try and get this as even as you can, so that nobody gets gypped on any hamburger, right? Okay. Give this a little rinse. Next thing we're going to do, 4 cups of mixed veggies. Now some people cook this with the meat. They can really boil down to personal preference, you know. I myself, I just like putting them in frozen like this. I don't like my veggies overcooked. So 4 cups mixed veggies. That's 2. Three. I'm going to lose my bag here in a minute. And 4. We're just going to spread these all out. It looks like quite a bit, but these are frozen. So they haven't been cooked, they haven't been thawed. And again, just try and get this as even as you can. That's a bonus about a glass pan, is you can actually look on the sides and sort of visualize it. I know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's just me. Alright, now for a layer of mashed potatoes. We're just going to put it in here and spread it out. Alright, there we go. All done. Now we just need to bake this in the oven, and but I'm going to let this cool down first a little bit. I'm going to wrap it up and actually put it in the fridge. So come on back when we've got this out of the oven. Alrighty, look at that. It's just starting to brown up. I'm sure you can see that. So let's get some dishes and get this dished out. Oh yeah, here we go. Getting the first piece out is always the hardest. Lots of steam off of there. Oh, the smell of onions and garlic. Beautiful. All right. Move that out of the way. Add 2 slices of bread. And there we go. Let's see if I can get this in the camera. Alright, so let's give this a try. A little hamburger, a little meat. Mmm. Delicious. The garlic is there, the onion's there, but it's not overpowering, it's just a slight hint. What a great home-cooked meal. So, thanks for watching. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Thanks for subscribing, and you know, if you've never checked out my channel before, check out a few of my videos, and you know, please subscribe. Anyways, till next time, enjoy.